is still very, very good. I think this was a very good draft from both sides.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, that's our thoughts
now
on
to
it.
an interview?
Yeah, I'm curious what the casters think about that one now with
It
FlyQuest.
just seemed feasible for me to put Trimby on Renata here, so because I think he has a lot of things he can do in this game.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I thought that FlyQuest had the better draft, but until you took away the Renata, I was like, damn, like it's actually really close now. So thank you, Seal, for your input, and back to you guys.
He's dead! Back to us and back to the spawn platform for Quad. Nice gank here. Not even 3 minutes into the game.
Back in 2003, and Coach Seal said it was going to be like this 5-year plan, and he's made a lot of changes.
A lot of faces.
The ones that we want to focus on are the solo lanes, as solo lanes right now are pretty big.
Gekko's nearly gets the solo kill, but instead he gets ignited. The minions are also going to attack him. Inspired ends up making the kill come through for FlyQuest. So it is still advantageous for FlyQuest.
Keeping up his efficiency. If we don't get a replay of that, I went and checked it on my PC. He just came from bot river. It was a charged up Q flash. We're going to see it in the bottom screen right here. Immediately after the E from the Galio was used just to clear the wave and look for a reset. So just perfect arrival there by Inspired, and another kill assist there for the Vi.
Really, really big stuff from him. This is a guy that everyone has talked about so frequently. So a lot of respect there. Meanwhile, he's at it again.
Yep, Inspired's ready to arrive and shut down Boal up here. Gekko sets it up. Inspired collects it, and
because of the lane matchup top lane, Gekko's has the teleport, whereas Corki obviously does not with Flash and Barrier. So there would be a numbers advantage for FlyQuest anyway, and Vi very efficient to take
Pretty far pushed up. Inspired is going to hover around, and full protection from FlyQuest. So very nicely, I feel like, done from there.
They're really going for a play, though.
Teleport flank behind him.
Okay, Boal looking to make a play on the bottom side at the same time as Morteos has to try to flash away. Reinforced now by the grand entrance from the Galio. Inspired in some danger here with the Vi, but he wants to turn it right back around onto Disamus and the Jarvan. Meanwhile, bottom side, Quad versus Miru. Not quite going to work out the way they want it to, as Busio and Inspired and Mazu are still fighting back here in this 3v4 in the mid lane. Boal on the map, lost chapter in the inventory of Quad alongside that now fully stacked tier, so he's about to hit another power spike on his next purchase once he can buy that Archangels into the Seraphs immediately.
Gwen with no completed item versus Jax Tornado Force Plus. That means free tower, and here comes Inspired again.
Yeah, it might be more than just a free tower. Inspired and Gekko's working together for the 2v1, and it's easy to get it. Gekko's picks up the 5th kill of the game for FlyQuest. Mazu getting jumped on now, though, and they do kill him off before Busio can try to protect him. Morteos and Trimby win out in the 2v2 here in the mid lane, but now Inspired's ready to make it an even trade. He jumps in, lands the ulti, killing spree Inspired.
And he wants to stop this Drake, too. We're not done.
Okay, Miru and Disamus trying to work on this one, but now a nice Cataclysm locks up Inspired. He wants to jump back over the wall here with a Vault Breaker, but the Galio ulti arrives a little bit too late. Inspired still on the run. He wants to protect the bounty. He's running all the way around. The Blast Cone might be able to get him away to safety and at least give some extra distance. Inspired still trying to run. Miru rooted up by Busio as he and Quad are providing distraction. Inspired gets out, and FlyQuest are onto the objective.
Is this an LTA playoffs game or an Inspired highlight reel?
Both. It is both.
Yes. This is crazy work, man. What in the world? All right, we throw a lot of compliments at Inspired kind of universally, but this game is getting ridiculous.
Everywhere he goes just becomes a good play. That play started with Inspired killing the Gwen in the top lane, shoots mid lane, cleans up a kill, and be way up on Aurelia in game 1. And now with the Jax counterpick into Gwen in game 2 being half of the gold lead, he is performing extremely well.
Busio in some danger though. VKS trying to full commit here to the Karma, but the flash out keeps Busio nice and healthy. FlyQuest trying to continue fighting this one as Boal makes his teleport into the fight now. Mazu and Busio firing back onto Disamus as Inspired jumps into the middle of the fight and then flashes over the wall to avoid the aggro. Boal and Morteos trying to find the kills, and they've got one on Mazu. They're going to pick up 2. Trimby's under pressure though, and Gekko's has the counter strike to beat him down. It's a bloody battle as FlyQuest lose both of their carries, but Inspired and Gekko's are both still alive. The front line, the bruisers here on this team are so difficult to deal with. It's a 3 for 2
Yeah,
for Fly.
because they just have to be very careful about the timings of their Galio ult and their Renata ult, because those two are really big teamfight winning ultimate abilities. And if FlyQuest have not fully committed to the area that they're using them in, then it's going to be very hard for them to actually overcome the deficit that they're looking at within items.
Ooh, Inspired trying to take his blue buff now, but the big engage coming out from VKS. Inspired, he's down. Beautiful pick arrives from Vivo. Cade stars on the enemy jungler, but now Trimby's under pressure. Gakko's going in here for the 4v5. Renata ulti doesn't get a whole lot of value. Trimby casts the bailout on himself, but it's not enough. Now Boao looking to put the pressure onto Masu as Dismas jumps into the back line, but it is not enough. Masu survives for so long as Gakkos has to try to get away from the enemy AD carry. He runs for the brushes, but he cannot escape. Quad and Busio versus 3. Miru drops down. It's a 2v2 in the back end of the fight. Morteos tries to go in and find the damage, but Quad gets the kill. Boao wants to get Busio, but he can't find him. It's an ace for 3. It's FlyQuest with the team fight.
That's some bloody LTA action for you, Flowers. Number 1 South versus number 1 North. In the end, Quad is able to carry the rest of the fight after VKS made a pick on Inspired, on the guy that has been making all these plays in the game. You know, they started out with a huge...
In this 4v5 fight, Gakkos does a ton of damage around the outside, and I'd say Quad is the finisher in this fight, dodging that last Galio E and
Players
staying...
all participating in the fight.
we got more.
Back to live, the Otacon's at half HP. Gakkos in the middle of everybody here, but it's a ton of damage onto Dizamas as well. He tries to go for the Cataclysm onto Quad to give himself a way out, but it won't work. Now Boao's going to be your next target as Inspired dives into the back line. Miru's under pressure and Morteos as well. The Galio ulti flies up. FlyQuest may have overcommitted. Morteos has managed to find a couple of kills. Trimby and Miru the last 2 standing, but FlyQuest are just too far ahead, 19-10. It's another ace for 2.
Yeah, the carries of FlyQuest are very strong now, and with the Otacon on top of it, this is really going to push FlyQuest over the edge. VKS made, another honorable attempt at, trying to take one of these team fights, but this one even more one-sided than the last.
With a 9,000 gold lead, and look at how VKS's composition wants to work here. So even though the Jarvan goes down early, watch how they actually can repel this dive. Once Gakkos and Inspired fly...
They have not been able to profit off of that early down payment they made for that objective, and there's really no value they've been able to derive from it. As the mid lane tier 1 turret is about to die, one more auto attack from Quad gets it done, throws the ball forward, no shockwave here just yet. Flash out from Dizamas to make sure he doesn't get caught out by that one. Would have been a terrible time to lose your jungler, as FlyQuest now take the objective and march over towards the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, and Trimby's flash too. That was a high value shockwave. Quad gets 2 flashes before the Dragon Soul fight. I wonder, does that mean... Okay, they're just going to send it up towards the Baron area. VKS are running up there at the moment. They want to at least threaten. If FlyQuest are going to take Dragon Soul, we're going to threaten you at Baron.
I think the threat is you better get over here because they are full sending after the Baron right now, but it's not going down that fast. Masu solos out the Drake. It's Cloud Soul secured for the side of FlyQuest. Baron still only at about half HP. Dizamas jumps in. Remember, there's no flash here for the Jarvan. There's no way to get back out, and he drops. Now Boal's in the middle of everybody, but the Hallowed Mist can't protect him forever. Morteos under pressure, and Gakkos is looking to bring him down here with a counter-strike. They're so damn fast. A double kill back over to Gakkos, and only Miru is still left alive. Inspired is going to send him to meet his friends. That's an ace for nothing, plus a soul, plus a Baron, plus the game for FlyQuest.
15 kills to 0 in game 1, 24-10 here in game 2. FlyQuest wins slow and fast to take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they came out swinging here in this second game. Inspired was all over the map, and once FlyQuest got ahead, they stayed there. 24 kills in 28 minutes, and the LTA North's #1 seed is on match point.
And they're looking very good with Gakkos in.
Yeah.
This is 2 good games from him on the Aurelia, on the Jax, on these...